Hello, everyone. Still in the topic of gradients. We have completed three art pieces. One is the apple. Another one is the vase. And another one would be our version of a Moroccan teapot. Okay, now what we're going to do is to put all of these three items into one composition. And that's going to be something like this. So I've done this for my class, and we are going to do this right now, but not in detail because we've already learned how to do the apple, the vase, and of course, the teapot. So let me begin by doing the sketch. In this particular art piece, let me just show you. Here we see that the apple is in front, and the next item would be the teapot, and the next item would be the vase. So if we are going to put them, if we're going to arrange them, it's going to be the apple in front, followed by the teapot, followed by the vase. Okay? So that's how we are going to draw them. So the first thing I'm drawing would be the apple, which is just like a circle. And then I'm now going to draw the details of this apple. So now we've drawn the rest of the details. So that's the apple with that little curve there and its little stem. So now the next item would be our version of the Moroccan teapot. So in drawing the guidelines, we need to position it in a certain area where it would have some balance. So I'm actually going to draw two guidelines, one for the teapot and one for the vase, just to make sure that it's balanced. So now I have two guidelines, one for the teapot, one for the vase. And now I am going to start with the teapot. So we finished drawing our guidelines. Okay, as we have here. Remember how we drew the guidelines earlier? First, it's a vertical line, then a horizontal line at the bottom. On top of that was a circle, followed by another horizontal line, another one, and then another one. So now I'm going to draw the shapes whose outline we will follow and use as reference. And there we go, with all our triangles. So there's the inverted triangle we did previously for the teapot, and there's the regular triangle on top of it. And then there is also the triangle representing the base. So now I will follow that so I can do the outline of the teapot. So here we go. We've now done the outline of our teapot, and it's time to draw the handle and the spout. And there's our handle, and there's the spout. And now we just have to draw the rest of the details, which would be a line here, line here, line here, and that little thing on top. Now let's look at our teapot again. So that's all its part, the body itself, the base, the spout, the arm, and all those little details. So the teapot is now done, and now we have to sketch the vase, which is this one, and we have our guideline over here. So we'll do that now. I've now drawn the guideline for the vase, but I've decided to make it a little bit wider to give it more balance. So I'm gonna draw a wider vase, which would run around there in that area, and I will do that right now. So here's one side of the vase, And we will just draw that here. We're going to draw a mirror image of that side, okay, here. And then we can start painting. So now we've drawn the mirror image of that side. So we have that here as well. And we've done this bit as well, the top of the vase, which is something like a very narrow oval. And then a curved line parallel to this one, the lower bit. And another curved line parallel to this, which is closer to it. And this tiny straight line over here. So we now have the apple, the teapot, and the vase. And now it's time to paint. I will not show you how to paint it step by step, but I will paint the whole thing with the shadows, and then we will proceed painting the shadow of this particular composition. Okay, so just give me a moment. I will paint everything. And if you can't remember how to paint it, you can check out each activity for the vase, how to do the apple, and how to do the teapot. So what I'm doing is just not repeating it because we've already done that previously. So I will do that now. And then once I'm finished, we will do the shadows. And here we are with our apple in front, followed by our version of the Moroccan teapot, and followed by a vase. Now, as we can see in this image, the light is coming from this area, so the shadow would be from here. So the next step that I will be doing is to draw a horizontal line to separate that background from our piece here. Okay, so just give me a moment. For this art piece, this is what I meant by that line. So it's really just a line. And that's just so that we can show the shadows. So I'm gonna do the shadows now, and I'll do it slowly. First would be the shadow in this area, which is the lower bit. And then we will do the shadow on the wall behind the 3 items afterwards. Okay. And this is what I meant by doing the shadow on this area here. Now we have to do the shadow on the wall, and we have to consider the direction of light. So I will do that now. And here we've done the shadow on the wall. So with the light coming from here, like that, and there it is. So here's our composition with the apple and the vase and our version of the Moroccan teapot, complete with shadows, our background here. And of course, while doing this, we have bear in mind the topic, which is about gradients. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.